Internal Affairs Division. We're actually here to file a complaint on a particular deputy that misbehaved at Tarrant Appraisal District. But while we're here, we have this article about the Tarrant County Sheriff, Bill Wayborn himself, and how closely he's mixed up with right-wing extremists like the Oath Keepers, the Proud Boys, the 3 Percenters, and this nutty Sheriff's Association. Yes.
Investigator Melashenko is not in today.
That's all right.
The person in is Captain. Is that who are you needing to talk to someone or just?
No, I just need to turn that in. We visited with Melashenko the other day.
Okay.
And I've already emailed him the videos that go with that.
Okay, so I'll put it on his desk.
All right, thank you.
Have a great day.
Thanks. So what's wild is this specific sheriff that's right here for this county, one of the largest counties in the United States, 2.2 million people, is now under investigation by the Fort Worth Weekly and Manuel Mata and I, specifically because he participated in plans with a guy named John Dearman who tried to help the president and the vice president overthrow the election on January 6th of last year. It's pretty wild when you connect all the dots, but literally the elected sheriff of this county is deeply involved in right-wing extremists and conspiracy theories. And he's even led armed marches from the county courthouse down 7th Street here in Fort Worth to no consequence whatsoever. We think that the taxpayers actually paid for this guy to go to a training school in California under John Dearman and what's called the Claremont Institute. At any rate, no matter where you are in the country, you can look at an online copy of this on the Fort Worth Weekly. Look up FW Weekly or Fort Worth Weekly. And the article is entitled Far Right Local Sheriff, and you can see how little Fort Worth, Texas is directly connected to the January 6th congressional hearings, and how we have a serious problem with policing in the Sheriff's Department. And if you look close at the picture, this is the sheriff, this is the founder of the Oath Keepers and the founder of this Constitutional Sheriff's Nutball organization, and they're at Babe's Chicken House in Burleson, Texas. The thing about the Babe's Chicken House in Burleson, Texas, it's owned by former Fort Worth City Councilman Kerry Moon. Now, Kerry Moon is no longer a councilman because he lost an election recently running for the State House. But another thing to know about Kerry Moon is he says he's law and order, but he's still on probation for DWI. And what's wild about that is he's got an ankle monitor and he's violated his probation at least a half a dozen times, and he had to extend his probation, and recently he spent only one day in jail. So this is who the sheriff and this other nutty sheriff associate with. And they specifically have been pictured with some of the people that are currently under federal indictment for trying to overthrow the U.S. government. I'm going to leave a copy of this here in the lobby for any of the Sheriff's Department employees who might want to read it and pass it around. I'm sure that some of them are aware of it, but for what it's worth, we'll just tuck it right. Now we're going to go downstairs. You can have that copy if you want.
Okay.
It's an article about the sheriff of Tarrant County.
Okay, thank you, sir.
We'll go downstairs here in a minute and go to the old courthouse, which is almost 200 years old, 150-year-old courthouse, and share copies of this with people on the street. One of the fun things for me, as sad as this whole situation is I started calling out this connection with our local sheriff, Bill Wayborn, since last September. And the county commissioners, despite my suggestion, continue to pay for him to travel around the country. This spring, they paid for him to go to Washington, D.C. for 7 or 8 days. Yes, it was National Police Week, but that didn't mean that this particular controversial sheriff needed to go. I believe it's a waste of taxpayer money, but more importantly, we don't know who he networked with or who he conspired with while he was in Washington, D.C. If you're watching from anywhere else in the country, this county jail here holds the record for the most jail deaths in the last 2 years of any county jail. There are much more deaths, but we're near death or on basically life support. Horrible cases, specific horrible cases have taken place. And now there's a giant lawsuit representing a number of the families of the victims that died in the jail. Included is a lawsuit by a family where a woman who was mentally challenged delivered a baby on the floor of her jail cell, and she was unattended, and that newborn died later at the county hospital. There are a number of instances where he's been so absentee that in fact people are trying to figure out why it is that the county's getting sued in the tens of millions of dollars. And the reality is he's so busy being on NRA TV or right-wing television or on Jack Prather's show that he doesn't have enough time to pay attention to what's going on in the local county jail. We'll go outside now and get a little bit more. Is that one of the deputies that you interacted with?
I think so.
On the left?
Yeah, I think so.
He put his hands on me yesterday?
Oh, nah, that's not him. He's completely bald-headed.
Okay.
It's another one.
We can hand these out here, or we can hand them out in front
Let's
of
go over there. Yeah, let's go over there.
I know where the biggest supply is at the Central Market over on the west side on Cuba Street. I can get more copies of this. I just happened to pick these up at the burger place I was at earlier.
Yeah.
Tarrant County and Fort Worth, Texas, turns out has some of the most corrupt government on every level. Everything from wasted money to backroom dealings and lots of rich families controlling the government instead of the voters. This particular local weekly newspaper and a writer named Eddie Brown is going to highlight in the next 6 to 8 weeks a series of crooked courts, crooked district attorney, crooked water district, which Mano and I have certainly encountered ourselves, the crooked Tyrant appraisal district where all the taxes are supposed to be handled, but they break all kinds of rules and violate civil rights. The city of Fort Worth, they have plenty of opportunities to show, the kinds of corruption that are taking place in a number of governments here in Fort Worth and Tarrant County. In addition to the county sheriff being named Donald Trump's favorite sheriff, the previous mayor, Betsy Price, went and met with Donald Trump, and Donald Trump declared her Trump's favorite mayor. So now we have what a lot of people call the 2.0 version. So the last mayor was Betsy Price, corrupt as you could get, authoritarian, and now her replacement, who basically is a younger, duplicate version of her, we're going to call Betsy Price 2.0, Maddie Parker. And if you don't think that she's more authoritarian, look at the video on Manuel's page, YouTube channel, where she kicks him out for recording a city council meeting and declares that he's not free press. That just happened a few weeks ago on June 28th. Funny that Kerry Moon owns all or part of all the beach chicken houses and a few other restaurant interests. But that's the photo. I wouldn't be surprised if Fort Worth Weekly didn't know that. That's why they picked that one. Another thing that happens here that the nation doesn't know, the street we're walking on right now, we're in an undercover. But this is Weatherford Street. Whenever there's a big march, whether the activists or Black Lives activists or conservative activists, they often march down this street and then go down what we call 7th Street. So So this sheriff here has helped organize with this guy and others, other radical right people, marches that are pro-gun, where hundreds, if not 1,000 men mostly, show up with shotguns and automatic, semi-automatic rifles. And the sheriff wears the uniform we pay for, carries the American flag, and they march down this street and down 7th Street without anybody saying anything or stopping or questioning it. And the whole time he's been up to organizing and planning a coup against the United States. And similarly, 2 summers ago, there were Black Lives Matter protesters that were involved with the murder of a young black woman named Tatiana Jefferson and some other cases. And for 5 nights in a row, they peacefully marched from the same place the sheriff did with all the armed people down this street and down 7th Street to a neighborhood that's restaurants and bars and popular area. But on the 5th night, the Fort Worth police blocked and detained about 300 or 400 young people, mostly people of color, on the bridge in the heat for hours with no probable cause to do so. And then after 3 or 4 hours, they claimed that someone from the crowd of young people threw a water bottle that had ice in it. And that justified the Fort Worth police using tear gas on a crowd for the first time in 33 years. That's right. They used tear gas on a peaceful crowd to disperse them. And I think they arrested near 50 people. Most of them were held overnight across the street. Most of them were held overnight. Some of them got a series of misdemeanors or serious charges like resisting arrest. What's ironic about this is all they had to do is let them cross the bridge, turn around and march back like all the other marches or protests. But it looks to us like the whole circumstance was manufactured on purpose. Here's why. Because what a lot of people don't know is that in addition to the Fort Worth police, behind the Montgomery Plaza area, which is the cultural area, were Texas Rangers, FBI, Tarrant County Sheriff's deputies, and a number of other law enforcement, including 2 of the Bearcat military-style machines were back behind that little mall, waiting in reserve in case the peaceful protest turned into a riot.
Let's go inside first.
Which door you want to go into?
Don't matter.
Oh, you want to get them out here? Or?
It don't matter. No hablan inglés ustedes? They don't understand English. Yeah, let's go inside.
Speak Spanish. Chick we're going in to get married.
No. Yeah.
Keep recording. Adult things, please.
I'll hold this one.
This time go through and don't slow down. There you go.
Where y'all going? A number of places. We have business. A number of places are not maybe taking pictures. Just like this newspaper. You don't like pictures, maybe. Yes, sir, we can take pictures and then post it. We are.
I got one already.
And Mr. Mullins, we gotta get you trained. You respect the Constitution.
He didn't like the fact that we were recording the top flight security order.
The second they start switching out, some of the deputies get paid a lot more, so they switch out to security. I'm going to the county clerk's office because the lady that's always nice to me there, I'm going to ask her if she wants a copy of this.
Okay.
I'm also going to show you something. Word follows the note with the relation to Elizabeth and that, and some of that kind of thing.
Hold on.
What's going on?
Here, hold on. Hold this again.
Get your act together.
Yeah, I got it.
That's all right. Does everyone want to see Manuel getting dressed? I mean, so what's funny is the county clerk's office, they love people filming. They're the ones that won a national award for being transparent and accountable. Inside the same courthouse where all kinds of nonsense happens. You notice that the guy asked, it froze up. The guy asked, where are you going today? Like, we're going to a number of places. This is the county clerk's office. I haven't been in a government office where the people weren't more cool than the lady that works at the desk. She may not be here today. Her name is Norma Garcia. But last time I visited, she was totally cool with us doing exactly what we have a right to do. You're probably going to like what I'm about to show you because almost no government office does this, and every government office ought to do it. So I'll show you. We come in here to the county clerk's office. I visited with this lady once before. Hi, how are you? I'm doing good, thank you. I'm just showing my friend Manuel around a little bit.
Oh, okay.
And, last time I came by and I learned about these QR codes, check this out. You guys won a national award for this.
We sure did.
Was it pretty recent?
Yeah, we just got notified about a week ago.
Yeah, I saw Mary Louise and Clint at Commissioner's Court, and they told me that, you know, you had been doing this for a while, that you were recognized for
Yeah.
this. This is literally what you would see in a high-level, customer service-oriented organization. And the whole county doesn't do it, but the county clerk's offices do it. And you do it at every, like when you got staff over at the Southwest Courthouse or whatever.
At all of our offices,
All
or all of our county
locations.
clerk's offices,
Yeah.
even at the sub-courthouses.
And what it means is in real time, people can actually scan the QR code
Right.
and get feedback, positive or negative,
Mhm.
about their experience with that government. This is the kind of thing that, you remember when I was at Fort Worth City Council and I tried to suggest they use QR codes in the restroom to alert people when they're out of supplies? The city councilwoman didn't like that.
Oh.
Pretty amazing. And here's another thing, Maynard, that's really cool. Even though this is a government entity, they recognize what their mission is, so they post it so everybody understands that they understand what their role is as public servants and what their response. See, they're caretakers of public records. They don't own the public records, they're the custodians. And because of that, they want to deliver exemplary customer service. So when we're dealing with Tarrant Regional Water District or Tarrant Appraisal District and they hide or delay or obscure things, they're doing it wrong. And organizations like the county clerk are doing it right. So I really appreciate Norma helping us and being so cordial and professional.
No problem.
She
Thank
knows
you.
that nearly every other place you go in government, it's not always that way.
Yeah, we understand.
Now, just for fun, I'm going to leave you a copy of this newspaper article.
Okay,
You don't have to read it while you're on the clock.
okay. Okay, I will
Pretty.
definitely, thank you so much.
You're welcome. It's pretty entertaining.
Yeah. I will
Yeah.
definitely take it home and read it.
Yeah, just right after January 6th.
See what the-
See what the connection is. One time I had trouble at the front, and I told them about it, and so went out there and did something about it, but it shouldn't have to come to that.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to have good, nice, professional public employees basically say, leave the citizens
Citizens alone.
alone.
Yeah.
So, we won't purposely go by the board. I think there's a lot of people getting married today. Don't do it. No.
Reconsider. Read the fine print. Probate court
You know,
too.
that's just most of wills and settlements. All those things.
Want to go to another floor?
Yeah. And we can use the stairs or the elevator.
Yeah.
The elevators are right past this section.
They're on that other side.
You wanna use the
Come on.
stairs.
Man, look at this. It looks cool.
Yeah. Have you not looked up here before?
Yeah.
So on the top floor, nearly the top floor, is actually an appeals board, which we are allowed to go in the hallway with the room, but
No, we're just gonna stay away from it.
so this is district courtroom. It's a lot nicer than the other buildings. This is a county court. She actually does misdemeanors too. So, well, the next level.
Yeah. So we have to go around the other way.
When the building was built, that was one of the main courtrooms. It's freaky.
That looks crazy. See? Been here since the beginning.
So it used to. Let me still be, that's a courtroom and this. This is probably a court. Actually, no, just mostly it's wills and testaments, settlement stuff. Well, look, this is the guy that the house in Benbrook's named after. The guy was a railroad like worker. Can't tell which one's the owner, you know? What's going to happen is eventually the sheriff's deputies aren't going to be manning the doorways. We're going to have all kinds of security only. And then the public's going to have to re-educate
The security.
Warrens of the world. That's the presumed authority right there. Really, what I just think is cool is how stairways are supported, how it's held up. The stairs themselves weigh a tons. This is solid granite. This is a house right here.
Yeah, I know. And this is the law library right here. See? That's the law library right there. Yeah. Yeah.
This is the first misdemeanor court here. Like 1 and 2 are in this building, and 3 through 10 are in that other building. There's also appeals court. Maybe on the next floor. You can go up there. We can take the elevator. Make it up to the bell towers. Cafeteria.
How do we go back down?
Yeah, we go down the second level. This used to be the appeals court for North Texas. It's just a big people. That's why I was doing weddings. Who makes extra money off weddings? That's so funny.
This is a half floor right here. We go to the bottom floor.
Were your friends with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just take the elevator though.
There's also 3 different rooms.
Yeah.
Interesting that only the top flight security guys have
Which one is it?
that lady that we saw in Norma Garcia. She she knew who I was, but she'll pass it, she'll make a copy of that, of this, and pass it around.
Civil and probate.
Almost none of the employees like the sheriff. You can't admit that while at work.
Uh-uh.
Give this to one of those clerks. Just say, hey, did you see?
No, if you want to. It's long.
Hey, we're just dropping off a copy of this article about Tarrant County Sheriff. You guys can pass it around. It'd be great.
All right, thanks, John. Have a good day. Take care.
Wasn't what I expected. Post it on the wall. I love it. This is the only way in and out from the ground floor.
Mm-hmm.
Leave it up here.
Want to leave through here? Want to go out through here?
See this older officer over here, the deputy on the left. He's the one who told me he didn't have to tell me his name. And he wouldn't give me the name of Estrada when Estrada called me stupid. But now we know. And I went ahead and called him out at commission.
Did they tell you about me being here?
Oh, yeah.
All right. We're understood, right? All right. Appreciate it. All right. Chick. He tried to shave. Like it was gonna make a difference. That guy, he shaved and put a mask there. Oh, okay, I'll go ahead. Come on, you. Come on, that don't work.
I want to go over here to that building. pass it out a little later.
Yeah, let's go.
But guess what? See that red box?
What red box?
See the red metal box?
Footwear Weekly?
Yeah, there's Resupply.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's go.
I didn't realize there was one on the street corner.
Yeah, I made sure of it.
Strategically placed.
Good job, guys.
Yeah.
Footwear Weekly. I see y'all on top of it. See, we get more.
Yeah, and if we have extras, I'll just put them back.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed, but three of the brides-to-be were expecting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And seen the parents. You're gonna marry
Future
her.
grandparents. Yeah.
You're gonna marry her. You impregnated her.
Yeah. We need to go up to the big boss's office and drop off documents. No one's gonna stop us. They'll even let me into the county administrator's office. I don't recognize them.
Look, this is where y'all go to get these stories we're talking about. Look, footwearweekly.com. FWweekly.com. See, so if I see these in footwear, go and snatch you up a couple, man. So you're gonna be up on it.
We're gonna go into what's called the county administrator's building. There's all kinds of departments here. You get your license plates renewed, stuff like that. But pay your taxes potentially. But the county administrator, the top dog, basically like a city manager, but for the county, is here. And also the county judge, Glenn Whitley. So we're gonna go by his office. What's wild is that both the county administrator and the county judge, their administrative assistants' names are Teresa. So they both like me, at least enough to where we shouldn't have any problems. And on a private note, they think this sort of thing is hilarious because, you know, we're literally trolling the sheriff. And we're doing an old school newspaper and modern world social media technology.
Yeah, we'll leave him one there. That's one.
I think the second floor is just license plates, registration.
Second floor.
Yeah, wrong floor. Start at the top. Yeah, that little QR thing that we looked at in the county clerk's office, that was the idea that I carried to the Forest City Council, and I used as a suggestion to improve that idea of how to get feminine products available for women. Instead of my council member appreciating the fact that I gave an enhancement that made it more comfortable and less awkward for women, she decided to give me a lecture. Right here briefly. That's where most of the, no one's here. Hey,
Hi,
how
how
are
are
you?
you?
Oh, you're like working in more than one spot?
Oh, I'm not Teresa.
I know, but I thought some other people worked in there.
No,
I'm leaving
I
it
work
for
in there.
whoever wants it.
Okay.
You haven't seen it?
Okay,
I don't know if you
I
want to
will-
copy of the county judge, but
okay,
it's pretty relevant.
okay. I will make sure that it is seen.
I mean, our sheriff is probably gonna end up being subpoenaed to the
Okay.
January 6th investigations.
Well, I will make sure that our communications chief staff, everybody sees it. so.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you.
It's Friday afternoon, everybody's kind of gone.
Hey,
Hi, Teresa, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm leaving copies of this article on the sheriff,
Which one?
the one that came out yesterday.
Okay.
I looked with the lady that's in her
Okay.
office. So,
All right.
yeah, it's just, you know, he's kind of directly connected to the January 6th investigation. So we One copy.
Sure.
I mean, the lady over there said she'd give it to the communications person, but
All right. All right, thank you.
enjoy your Friday.
You too. Have a good weekend.
Got you look concerned once you realize what it was. Tells you that none of them have seen it. So I think the fourth floor is with this GK. This guy. She probably won't get it till Monday. She's been busy at the Fort Worth Club eating lunch with all the other public employees. Unless you can think of another county building, we can take some too.
Fourth floor. Going down.
It's the county administrator's office. County administrator's name is G.K. Manius. I don't know why he likes me, but he says I'm his second favorite person in the world. His son being the first one. G.K. gets paid $400,000 a year plus benefits. I think it's a lot. Ring the bell. Oh, cool. So long. In or out. Hello. Hello. Hey, I just have an article I'm supposed to leave for GK that
Okay.
y'all can read it too, but it's an article on the county sheriff.
Okay.
This is involving in the January 6th investigation.
All right. We'll make sure GK gets it.
Yeah, I bet he'll, tell him I dropped it off, cause.
Okay, I'll let him know. Thank you.
Remember what's on the third floor, so we can go. I don't know if there's an office that would be worthwhile. One time I came and I needed some answers to some open record question, and they sent me to HR. And the new human resources director was brand new. She was from the corporate world. And she was like totally friendly and cooperative, and she knew that I was getting a runaround, and she gave me more information than I ever got from government without filling out a bunch of forms. I think that's that. Let's do this. Let's drop it off at human resources.
Like risk management.
Risk management? Or 305, we want to do one there too? Because that's where all the lawsuits come. Since you're defending the sheriff and the sheriff department. And that's risk management? Oh yeah, this is a good spot. Hello. Hi. Hey, y'all might have a copy of this already, but since it's risk management in this office, right?
Yeah.
So this is an article about the county sheriff being involved in the January 6th investigation.
Okay.
You're welcome to a copy.
Okay.
I know that unfortunately the county has to defend itself against several lawsuits connected to the jail. So, there it is.
Okay,
I
thank
mean,
you.
it's not, the facts in the video don't lie. The sheriff is totally immersed in the coup.
Okay.
It's gonna be real hard to defend on this man. Difficult. Thanks.
Thank you.
Can any of y'all unlock this? Amy?
For what?
So post this newspaper.
Oh, they
article.
won't post that up there.
They won't? Okay. Worth a try to ask, right?
See you later.
It's on the Tarrant County Sheriff being involved in the January 6th coup attempt.
Do I look surprised?
No, you don't look surprised. But these folks over here don't want to hear it apparently. That's all right. We'll drop it.
Oh, I'm sorry, that wasn't public. What I
No,
just said was-
no.
Oh, he's taping.
Yeah, but he doesn't purposely capture individuals' faces and stuff. We don't burn people.
Okay.
You're good.
And take out the t-shirt, because I wear that a lot.
No, no, Mr. Smith, we didn't get you on camera.
Hey.
Yeah.
We dropped one at risk management because they're gonna be part of the defending the sheriff against lawsuits. So this particular article shows that the Tarrant County Sheriff Bill Wayborn is involved in the January 6th insurrection attempt.
I'm sorry, repeat that again.
Yeah, you know,
I
there's-
see him with the camera, that's what,
Yeah, he's recording, but,
he's recording right now
oh yeah,
because,
because it's freedom of the press and we document our interaction with the government. This is an article about the Tarrant County Sheriff. Okay.
Let's go see. Did you need something?
No, I'm really just dropping off this newspaper article.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
yeah,
On
but
the
he's
Tarrant County.
recording.
That's
Okay,
right.
okay, thanks.
Yeah,
All right.
Okay, thanks.
thank you.
You're welcome.
I know it's a little awkward, but legally,
Well,
the First Amendment allows us a recording of.
No, she knows. It's just they'll tell her later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. No, she didn't. Let's see if the deputy returned downstairs. We'll walk up on him and find him reading the article, and then you just get it like.
Going down.
You know they're gonna read it. You know they're gonna read it.
Yeah. They're gonna tell her right now, like, don't say that again. Just be quiet. Just let them do what they're doing and let them be.
Yeah, she wanted me to call security.
That's cool.
They're pretty laid back in this building, really, but, I mean, look what they do at the city hall. You gotta go through all the screening. Just sitting there maybe.
Go ahead.
Well, that was the last copy anyway.
Yeah.
He's standing here all day.
Oh yeah. They don't want us to.
No, I'm just saying that.
Yeah. That's why that lady came out. She goes, "No, that's okay. Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
Can I help
She
you?"
recognized me too, but
Thank you,
two
sir.
Teresas, they think this shit is funny. I mean, because they know. And know enough to take it seriously and take it to their boss.
Wow.
Okay, we have any other business downtown?
No.
Nothing with the county. You don't need to go to the investigator.
Nah.
I'm not walking to City Hall. There's no reason to.
No, I can't go in there anyways.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Cause they still in their feels about how they feels
Oh yeah.
when I cuss. I didn't even cuss that day, man, till I got outside, so they can fucking suck a lemon.
Yeah, I mean, they know. I mean, I
And
told
get
those people
hiccups.
yesterday, I said, you can watch the whole video and you'll see that when the man is righteously angry and he's cussing, he doesn't start cussing until he gets outside. And you check the video, the official video and our video, and you cannot hear Emmanuel when he's out in the lobby. He is not disturbing. At no point was he disturbing the meeting.
Exactly.
He only responded when responding.
Hi, yeah.
The first question is, what did the lady do at the sheriff's department? We left a copy at the Internal Affairs Division.
Yeah.
She took it. She seemed like one of those sweet, naive types that has no clue that any controversy is going on anywhere in the town.
Yeah. It's all right. We're waking them up, pimp.
You know,
Little by little.
behind Manuel is what's called, it used to be the Joe Deich's
Oh yeah,
Credit
the
Jeweler.
jewelry store.
Now, you know why this jewelry store was here for 80 years?
Come on. Why?
It's right across the street from the courthouse.
Oh yeah.
People get married, they don't have a ring. They're like, oh, you gotta get married. You can buy the ring on credit. And then if the marriage doesn't work out, within 6 months, you can return the ring for partial credit.
Jeff M. Dirty D. What's up? Eric. Karen. Houston. Audits and journalism. What's up?
Remember, everyone, if you don't live where Manuel does here in Fort Worth in Tarrant County, Texas, you can go online and look at the Fort Worth Weekly online edition and find the article on the corrupt sheriff here in Tarrant County. If you do live in Tarrant County, all you gotta do is find one of these boxes somewhere, or a lot of popular restaurants will have this in the entryway or near the reception desk.
Mad Max 408. Felipe. F, all right. Appreciate you.
This is the second story.
Danny S.
This is the second story featured in Fort Worth Weekly that involved a story that Manuel helped chase down or pursue. If you remember, last week's story was on the Tyrant Appraisal District that Manuel started exposing back on June the 30th. And in fact, he ended up with a still shot from his camera on the front page of the local Fort Worth Star-Telegram newspaper.
Yeah, Liz. Appreciate you. Kangaroo Court, what's the deal? Becky O. Irish Rover in Florida, what's up? Sure is. What's up, Grappling 805? What's up, the deal? Fox 45. Robert W, what's the deal? Robert. That's the little piggies. Razor City Observer. What's the deal? M-Star Media, what's up? Jenny N, what's the deal? Armchair Observer. DJ Nate, DJ N8, what's up? Lloyd Coulter, what's up? Divided Streets of America, what's the deal? So thanks everybody for watching. Tune in.